Is Chris. I just recorded this rant for 16 minutes just a little bit ago, but then I realized my mic wasn't on. And it's this important that I'm redoing it. And maybe I've lost a little bit of rage that I had 16 minutes ago, but I'm still furious. Anyway, I used to be a chief technology officer at an ad agency, have a decade of experience in marketing and online advertising, but ironically, I've never actually bought an ad or seen the reporting tools. I make my own software to do all that. And so how I see data is in columns in a database, and we pull it directly from Facebook and Google AdWords and all these other vendors, and we do our own formulas to decide how marketing should be. Because your funnel, this is my drawing that I did while no one was listening before. Your funnel, when it comes to marketing online, should really be simple. You should simplify your flow to basically what we do, or what I do, is into these four areas. You've got how much you spent by vendor, and you want to get as granular as you can by ad. You've got how many number of visits to your website came, from that vendor. So I spent $5,000 and I got 1,000 visits to my website. Then you want to know how many conversions you got once they got there. So if you got 100 people on your website and you got 5 conversions, and then how much money you made from those conversions. So if you got 5 conversions, did it equal $20 or whatever it did? What that allows you to do is kind of break down your conversion funnel into problem areas. So if you have a problem with you're spending too much and you're not getting enough visits on your website from that vendor, that's a problem with your ad. So you've got a problem in your headline or keyword or targeting or something like that. Your ad isn't, you're spending a lot, but you're not getting people to actually come through to your website. So improve your ad. Next is if there's a problem with the number of visits versus how many conversions you're getting, that's a problem with your website layout. So maybe you've got too much copy, or your buttons don't work, or your conversion flow on site isn't optimized. Maybe your page load time is too small. So that's what this is. And then if you're not making enough money from those conversions, that's a business thing. So maybe you're spending too much on cost of goods sold, or your fees are too high or too low, whatever. This is a business decision. Okay, so keeping that in mind, the only things I care about is how much I spent and how much I made, right? That is what a marketer's job is to spend money to reach people to bring in more money. So spend money to reach people to bring in more money. I should be a professor. Anyway, so coming up with this shit on the fly. So let's go to a page insight here and go to the overview. So I'm looking at insights. So if I go to my Facebook page, go over into insights. Okay, a couple things right off the bat that is infuriating about this UX. First of all, they show this number most prominently as if it would be a week's worth of numbers, right? Because you've got January 22 through January 28, and then you've got 9. But it's not 9. 9 did not happen January 22 through January 29. 9 happened in total. What actually happened this week was... Oh, wait, am I wrong? No, they do it in different ways. I am wrong. Anyway. Ooh, I was wrong. Okay, still weird. So, all right. So, action is taken on page. But what is an action? The number of clicks on your page's contact info. So, first of all, clicks don't matter. If just because someone clicked on your what does it say? Contact info and call to action button. So just because someone clicked on opening up a message, if they never sent anything, it doesn't help you. Nothing happened in our funnel here. I did not get a number of visit. That number does not matter. I'm trying to find how much I spent and how many visits I got. This is number of page views, but it's only number of page views on Facebook. I don't care about Facebook because I'm not making my final conversion point is not on Facebook. It's selling something on my website, right? So this is a vanity metric. Page previews, which is one of the most hilarious ones to me. The number of times someone hovered on your page name, a profile picture to see a preview of your page content. So the number of times someone hovered Can you imagine if someone is focusing on this number? Like, guys, what can we do to increase hover page previews? What a waste of time. Like, anyway, page likes, again, don't matter at all. What I'm looking for is any of this. How much I spent, how many people came to my website, how many conversions I got, any sort of conversions. Recommendations, all this stuff, none of this matters. None of this matters. Reach is one of those like made up words that I hate. The number of people who had any posts from your page enter their screen, broken down by total, organic, and promotions. This number is an estimate and may not be precise. So, like, first of all, this number is like a whatever, but they're throwing it out here like, man, you reached 400,000 people. Amazing. Like, what a great thing. You could show that to your boss and be like, look at this. Look at the reach. But what does reach mean? It's like anytime your page happened to like fly by their screen at any moment, but nothing happened, right? Let's try and find what I want information. Here, again, in user experience, you can see what they're calling out is reach, and you can see very glaringly that like, oh my God, I have a problem here, 8.1. What's the problem? And you look at this and the big old boost right here. Oh, the only thing is that I'm not boosting. Facebook, Google, all these ad networks, they're built to make you spend money on their platform. That's their whole business model. So like they're built to encourage you to spend money on their platform, and it behooves them to show you real data that encourages you to spend money. So like if I was just looking at a cursory glance, I would certainly knee-jerk boost this post because it's underperforming. But like performing means nothing. It's under-reaching, but reaching is a made-up word. So like where are the conversions? Nothing in this whole little dashboard to show me what I'm actually getting out of it. Pages to watch, all these things. Nowhere in the overview is actual hard conversion data. You can go into your promotions again. So like, let's look at this. Engagement. Wow, 2,693, and I reached 32,000, almost 33,000 people. That's amazing, right? Like, wow. I haven't reached 33,000 people in my entire social media career, and I've been trying kind of hard. So that would be great if I could reach 33,000 people, but reach is a made-up word. Anyway, cost per post engagement, only 2 cents. Wow. If I were to break this down, I would say that like true conversion in this performance would actually be comments and shares. That's someone taking action from what you did. So the conversion here would be 13 plus 61, so 84. 84 by, how much did I spend? It won't tell me. Oh, 50. So 84 by 50, so like a little under $1 per engagement. So it's much higher than 2 cents, right? Like it's going to be 80-ish cents per conversion. But what they choose to show you is obviously makes them look good. You go around. I'm not going to take you through the whole interface, but it's just like all these vanity metrics, like likes or something like that. But I am able to find eventually actions on page. So like if my business was exclusively running on Facebook, I would care about my final conversion would be actions on page. Get directions clicks, website clicks, number of phone clicks, action button clicks. Unfortunately, these are still just clicks. They're not arriving on our website. They're not hitting this. But this is as good as I can get on this Facebook reporting tool. I'm sure in the Google Ad Manager they have more sophisticated reporting, but like just off the hip, this is the best that it gets. And you can look still, like it's kind of giving you good info, but for this week. Keep in mind that I've reached 33,000 people with one post, but only 4 of them clicked on getting more info or did something that was relevant to my business. And if you look at this report, I'm going to back it all the way up, this becomes a lot more of a clear picture. Our actions are going down. And so we've got this trend downward of people that are taking action on our website, which is what we care about. We care about someone that got the promotion on Facebook and was driven and compelled to convert, to want to learn more about our business. This is what I should care about. But it takes a lot of digging. And even more frustrating here is that you can't export your own data like I'm sure you can in the ad manager, but you don't know these hard numbers. If I was going to input this into like my own Excel sheet or something like that, I would have to count like, all right, 13-ish. Okay. And then I would put all this in and I would have to manually build this. I'm sure you can export it. But like it's just hard to get a real number. So if I was to say basically since 2017, so over the past 2 years, we've gone from like 20 conversions ish average down to 5 in 2 years. So our conversions have gone to 20 to 5. So that's not a lot over 2 years of effort. But if you go back here to our overview, it's all up. Engagement is up. If you go down to, I'm sure if we go to promotions, look at this, reach, boom, boom, boom. Look at all these numbers. Wow, wow, wow. Message conversions. Look at engagement, all these numbers. And all we did is spend this money. So like but none of it matters. The only thing that matters is this actions on page, and those are shockingly low. So it's frustrating. Facebook is way worse than Google. Google is still bad with this. They're definitely showing you information that encourages you to spend more. But like, if you're a savvy marketer, you can't just be relying on this. You can't just be looking at this stuff and saying like, oh my God, this is the only thing that's not boosted. Let's boost it to get the numbers up. These numbers mean nothing. Your job as a marketer is to spend money to make money. And in that way, you've got to focus on this, which means a lot more. Like I talk about this little triangle like it's easy, but like that was my whole job. Our whole system. I run an open source project called Meredith, which is focused on unifying your data and getting this clear picture. Because these ad vendors are biased towards themselves, they're never going to tell you to spend money on other vendors. They're never going to tell you to spend less money if organic is performing more. None of those things. So our job is we use the Facebook APIs. I mean, this is something anyone can do, but we've already done it. We use the Facebook APIs, Google APIs. We pull all that data off their servers. We put it into our own data server, do our own formulas, which calculate correctly like relevant KPIs, and we start focusing on what our job really is, which is how much are we spending versus how much do we really make. This is a complex process. I mean, you've got to have a razor sharp ad network that is performant and buying ads in the right way. You've got to have a website that is clean, well designed, simplified data, and like really good. This makes it look really simple, but this is very, very difficult. And then you've got to have business logic that does e-commerce and ties dollars to one user sold and one-to-one user attribution, all this stuff. I say that not to promote my own stuff. You can, obviously, links or whatever, just talk to me. I get notifications anywhere. But like, anyone should do this. Any marketing agency, any business that wants to get ahead needs to stop using their vendor dashboards, which is just built to make you spend more money, and start collecting data and having a clear picture of what you're doing with your ad spend. And if you have any questions, like, hit me up. This is my whole vendetta against ad networks is pure and seething with hatred. So like anything we can do to kind of be more efficient in our ad spend is better. So if you have any questions, let me know. Sorry, I got just so mad. And talk to you on the other side. See ya. Bye.